Everybody, this is BDJ Gaming here. Going to be doing the Philadelphia Phillies today in franchise mode. A team that's really stacked, has a lot of good players, really hoping they win a World Series, and that's their hope as well. So let's take a look at the roster before we get this franchise underway. We got Zach Wheeler, obviously the ace. They gave him that contract extension. He's been awesome for them since he signed that big contract. Ranger Suarez has been good as well. Had a solid year last year, good year before that. He's really turned to a good arm for them in the rotation. Aaron Nola, they gave that massive extension to as well. He's been solid. Spencer Turnbull, who's really been a surprise for them. He's had trouble staying healthy as well, but he's been a pleasant surprise for them in their starting rotation. And Taiwan Walker's been up and down for them, been hurt, just hasn't been consistent in his 1 year in Philly so far. We got him for another 3 seasons. And then Christopher Sanchez as well. So they got some starting pitching, that is for sure. For It's a rarity for me not to have to worry about starting pitching because it feels like unless I feel like the Marlins or something, I always have to worry about starting pitching. This Phillies team, I mean, there ain't a lot of guys besides Suarez who are going to hit free agency anytime soon, but Turnbull as well. So like this rotation, we got Matt Strom in the bullpen along with Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman, a free agent after the year, you know he'll want his money. Anthony Dominguez, Andrew Bellitti, Gregory Soto, who they got from Detroit a few seasons ago, Colby Allard, who's now a relief pitcher. He was a starter before the update. So the bullpen could definitely use work, but there ain't a lot of teams in this game with really unbelievable bullpens. Jose Alvarado, who's turned into an elite, relief pitcher for them. JT Realmuto, getting a little older, but still putting up good numbers. Obviously, you got Bryce Harper. There ain't much you can say about Bryce, as has been said already. One of the best overall players in the game. First base is covered. Bryson Scott, second base, only 26. He definitely turned to a really good player for them. They also got Whit Merrifield in the offseason to pretty much be like a guy who could play everywhere and give them good production. And Mundo Sosa, who they got in the Cardinal trade with Jojo Romero, which Jojo Romero's turned to a really good relief pitcher for my Cardinals. Sosa's done a good job in Philly, though. Good to see him on this team. And then you got Alec Bohm at third base, really turned to a solid player for them as well. A lot of power in this lineup. Looks like they got Aiden Miller, 19 years old. Could definitely be good. Trey Turner, shortstop. Got him signed for plenty of time. So really shortstop. I mean, JT's free agent after the second season, so the last season we don't have to worry about catcher, but first base, second base, third, short is all pretty much covered right now. Rodolfo Castro they got from the Pirates. He could definitely turn into something. Brandon Marsh, he's been really good for them. Another good outfielder, Kyle Schwarber, guy who could hit 40 home runs a year. And then Johan Rojas. Oh, sorry about that. Johan Rojas, center fielder, 23 years old. Definitely could develop into something as well. And then right field, they have Nicholas Castellanos, who signed for 3 years. That might be a contract we look to unload. He had a good year last year. He's gotten a lot of criticism from Philly fans because he's just a streaky hitter, but a lot of hitters are. But he definitely could get hot at the right time and help your offense, especially an offense like this. So this Phillies team's a team I'm hoping to get to the World Series and hopefully win one. But I've had some good luck, some bad luck. I think I've only won a World Series with the Brewers so far, believe it or not. So we'll have to see how this Phillies team goes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this first scene underway. I will see you guys at the trade deadline. So here we are, our first trade deadline, and the Phillies are looking good. We're looking good right now. 72-35, 2.5 back of the Braves. The rest of the division is not even close to being in contention right now. Mets, Nats, and Marlins, forget it. 75-33 for the Braves. Let's take a look at the wild card standings. We're in first place right now by a pretty good margin. It looks like we're probably going to get the first wild card spot unless we just go on a cold streak in the second half. Look at the trade block. I would love to get Matt McLain, but I got him on the Mets in the previous franchise. I try to get different players, not all the time, but usually try to. So I'm not going to do that. I mean, our team's playing well right now. I'm not really. I mean, we could go after maybe a Merrill Kelly, but our rotation is looking good. So let's say everybody's been performing, been solid. Looks like him and Bryson Stott are platooning, which is fine. Brandon Marsh has been solid, hitting good for average and power. Well, not power, but slugging's pretty good. Trey Turner having a spectacular season, slugging over 500 for Trey Turner, 21 home runs, 56 RBIs. He's also stolen 10 stolen bases. Kyle Schwarber having another good year. Power's a little down, but still not a bad year. Bryce Harper, 15 home runs, 51 RBIs. Could be a little bit better, but still not a bad season at all for Bryce. Alec Boehm's having a solid year, 15 home runs, 58 RBIs. Castellanos is having a good year, hitting 299. The power's a little down, but 299 average, good to see for Castellanos. JT Realmuto having a down year, but still probably hit 20 home runs. And then we ended up having our center fielder. I can't think of his name right now. Johan Rojas, my bad. Johan Rojas ended up getting hurt. He was having a good year. He's out 1 to 2 months with a hand fracture. So we ended up calling Jordan Luplow up to play center field, which he's done a pretty solid job out there. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, 268 average. And off the bench, Bryson Stott in his platoon role, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs, hitting 312. And then Rodolfo Castro's been really good since he got called up. Limited time, but hitting 400. Garrett Stubbs has been awesome in that backup catcher role, and then Mundo Sosa's been good off the bench as well. So our lineup's been looking pretty good. Definitely a huge part of our team. Zach Wheeler's having an excellent year, 8-4, 3.34 ERA. He's healthy. Aaron Nola having a spectacular season, 11-2, 1.97 ERA. That is Cy Young type numbers. Spencer Turnbull having a great year as well, 10-5, 3.11 ERA. Taijuan Walker, for a four-starter, I'll take those numbers. And then Rangers Flores has been hurt, but this season he's been hurt. I think he was out like the first few months of the season. When he's been healthy, he's been good, 3.48 ERA. And we called up Mick Abel, 4.60 ERA. Take that, a reliever. Christopher Sanchez has been spectacular out of a bullpen. He had an injury as well, but when he's been healthy, just like Suarez, he's been good. Jeff Hoffman's been awesome out of the bullpen. Sir Anthony Dominguez in limited action has been good. Gregory Soto's been spectacular, 1.56 ERA. Kobe Aller's been good, 2.53 ERA. Matt Strom's been good. And Jose Alvarado, 25 out of 29 save opportunities. So our team's looking pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and sign Jeff Hoffman to a contract extension. I'm going to give him a 1-year, $4.4 million deal. He accepts it. So we got him locked up for another season. You know, I don't want to pull the same thing I did with the Mets and not make moves, but I mean, we're playing good right now. I don't really want to mess up how we're playing. So I'm going to keep this team how it is, and hopefully we end up passing the Braves for first. The regular season has came to an end in the first season. A lot of league leaders. Aaron Nola led the league in shutouts, complete games, Zach Wheeler in innings pitched, and Aaron Nola in whips. Our two starting rotation, number 1 and 3, I think, have been very, very good. Let's see how everybody performed. We ended up having Bryce Harper getting injured. I'm not sure if he's going to even be available for this postseason. 3 to 4 weeks, so maybe if we make like a deep playoff run, he'll be ready. But man, that's a huge loss for this team. That might hurt us in the playoffs. Whit Merrifield had an awesome year. 17 home runs, 50 RBIs, 287 average. Slugged 467 for Whit Merrifield, which is good to see. Brandon Marsh finished with 21 home runs, career high, 331 average. Slugged over 500. Awesome season for Brandon Marsh. 87 overall now. Trey Turner had an awesome year as well. 29 home runs, 93 ribbies, 301 average. Kyle Schwarber ended up finishing with 32 home runs. Alec Boehm, another good season for him in back-to-back seasons. Castellanos gave us solid production. Good to see him. Still put up good numbers. Not as good as last year, but his numbers are really up besides slugging. JT Realmuto, a little bit of a down year, but still solid production. And then Johan Rojas was hurt a lot of the year, but still gave us good numbers when he was healthy. And then Derek Hall, we ended up calling up with Bryce injured. Didn't really give us much production. Maybe we can move Witt to first base. I think we're going to end up doing that. We're going to move Witt to first base and Bryson Stott to second base. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. And then Bryson Stott had a good year as well. 3 home runs, 297 average. Rodolfo Castro was good off the bench. Garrett Stubbs was good in the backup catcher role. Jordan Luplow gave us okay production. And then we already saw Derek Hall. Let's take a look at the pitching before we get this postseason underway. Zach Wheeler, awesome year, 12-8, 3.09 ERA. Aaron Nola, another good season for him, 2.89 ERA. Spencer Turnbull, 3.18. So our 1 through 3 was awesome. Taijuan Walker, solid year, 16-10 record. And the Rangers Flores was good as well. So our rotation looked really good. Christopher Sanchez was amazing out of the bullpen, ERA of 3. Jeff Hoffman, awesome season, 1.85 ERA. Sir Anthony Dominguez, 1.23 ERA, only 14 innings, but man, that's awesome to see. Gregory Soto, 1.33 ERA. Kobe Aller, the ERA of 3. Matt Strom, an ERA of 2.92. And then Andrew Bellitti with the ERA under 3. And then Jose Alvarado. Jose Alvarado had the highest, I think, ERA in our whole bullpen of 3.08. That is amazing. This bullpen was incredible this season. Good to see that 100%. That is remarkable. I think that's the best bullpen stats I've had since I don't even know. Definitely this of MLB The Show 24. I have not seen a bullpen with that many low ERAs. That is excellent to see. Let's see how we finish. We finished 4 games out of first place. We end up getting in the wild card. We will play the Dodgers in the wild card, who only won 89 games. So that should be fun. So let's get her underway here. 3-game series against the LA Dodgers. So we are home, which doesn't mean anything against the Dodgers because they got an elite lineup, but we have an elite lineup as well, in my opinion. I think we'll be good. So here we go. Freddie Freeman, already an error, stolen base, and they get on the board thanks to who else? Shohei Ohtani. Looks like we have an injury as well as they took out our starter. Oh, man, that is not good. We get on the board thanks to Brandon Marsh, Trey Turner, Kyle Schwarber, 3 doubles in a row, gets us on the board against Ohtani. Hopefully Christopher Sanchez, I say that, Teoscar Hernandez takes him deep. And there's another run right there. Not a good start for Christopher Sanchez. Ohtani back on the mound, 1-run game. We just need a few innings out of Sanchez at least just to save our bullpen for the rest of the series. So Ohtani, besides the first inning, has been good. Sanchez is settling in a little bit. I think it's time to take him out, put in Colby Allard. And it's 5-2 as they get a sac fly. Our offense has not been good since the first inning. It has been shut down by Ohtani, that is for sure. Solo shot by Will Smith. Ohtani gets taken out for Gratterall. There's a single. Doesn't lead to nothing. So we're going to switch pitchers here in the top of the 9th. We got 2 righties we're going to put in. So Anthony Dominguez gives up a double but doesn't lead to nothing. So we're going to bring in Evan Phillips, their closer. We're down 3. There's a single. Fielder's choice, pop up, single. We score a run, and then Witt can't get the job done. So Zach Wheeler has shoulder soreness. So that is a huge loss for our team. I mean, it really is. That's going to hurt us if we even make it past this round. We're down 1 game already, down 1-0. Do or die game here in Philly. We got Aaron Nola on the mound. Sorry about the skip ahead. Aaron Nola on the mound. Freddie Freeman gets a single, double play. So we're facing Tyler Glass now on the mound. Unable to get a run in the first inning. Our offense needs to get going. I know we don't have Bryce, but we got to get some runs on the board. There's a single, fielder's choice, walk, bases loaded, 2 outs, and we scored 2 thanks to Castellanos. Man, do we need that. Let's see if we can get some extra runs on the board. We don't. Aaron Nola's been sensational today, though. We definitely needed after the injury to Zach Wheeler. There's a solo shot by Freddie Freeman, so it's a 1-run game. Glass now has been just as good. So they bring in J.P. Ferguson. I can never pronounce his name for some reason. We get a runner thrown out. Bases loaded. We don't score. So Aaron Nola strikes out the side. 2 runs scored thanks to Bryson Stott. 5-1. Can it be a complete game? Double, fly out, and strikeout. So a complete game, 1 run, shutout. Or not a shutout, but a 1-run complete game for Aaron Nola. Keeps us in the series. So game 3, do or die. We had the same situation with the Mets. We went to a game 3 and lost. And there's a 2-run bomb by Shohei Ohtani. And it's 2-0 Yamamoto on the mound. Bases loaded. We get 1 run. That's all we get. So 2 on, 1 out. Don't get anybody home, man. That is tough. 2-run bomb by Ohtani again. It is 4-1. And Ohtani is just smoking us in this game. Not a good sight. We're down 3. There's a double for Mookie Betts. Ohtani drives in his 5th run of the game. It's time to bring out Spencer. That's when Jeff Hoffman gets out of the bases loaded jam. So bases loaded. We get 3 runs home thanks to Kyle Schwarber. We tie the game thanks to JT. Jeff Hoffman, 1 more inning. He gets out of it. So they bring in James Paxton out of the bullpen. We end up not scoring. So let's bring in Gregory Soto. Gets out of it, bottom of the 7th, 1-2-3 inning. We're going to bring in Belady, walk, fly out, caught stealing, fly out, bottom of the 8th, leadoff triple by JT, and we don't get him home. That is just not good. So we're gonna walk Ohtani. We're gonna bring in Matt Strom, and he gives up a run. So we're down in the bottom of the 9th inning. Evan Phillips, Brandon Marsh grounds out, walk by Trey Turner, single by Kyle Schwarber. and we lose by 1 run, and we are officially eliminated. Very tough. We definitely could have used Bryce in that series. The Dodgers defeat the Yankees in the World Series. Every casual fan's dream, that World Series. So season 1 didn't go the way we hoped. It definitely didn't. Got to make some moves. Don't know how much moves. We don't have a lot of cap space to work with. We might have to, trade Castellanos or Schwarber or somebody to get off some money. But I will see you guys at the beginning of season 2. Money off the books. Castellanos, even though he had a good year, he's owed $20 million, I think, the next 2 seasons. We're going to trade him to the San Francisco Giants for Luis Matos. He's 23, see potential, 67 overall. Not anything major in return, just to get that money off the books. About to get the second season underway. Obviously, we didn't get as far as we hoped the first season. Didn't really make a ton of moves because I feel like this roster is pretty good how it is. Bullpen, pretty much the same. We did make 2 moves. We signed Brandon Drury to replace Whit Merrifield. He's younger, a little bit more power, so hopefully he has a little bit more power to our lineup. And we signed a right fielder after we traded Castellanos. We got Anthony Santander, really cheap deal, $5.9 million for like 4 years. And he had 28 home runs last year, another guy to add power to our lineup, and younger than Castellanos, I think, by 2 or 3 years. So really like that move. So I think this offense is going to once again be really elite. We'll just have to see how it goes. So I will see you guys at the second trade deadline. So here we are at the trade deadline again, and listen, we're not where we want to be. 58-50 ain't horrible. We definitely would like a better record. Injuries have taken a toll on us so far. Zach Wheeler's been out most of the season with a torn finger ligament. He was really having a good season before that injury. That's really hurt our rotation. JT Realmuto, Lily, before I got to the trade deadline, got hurt. He had a broken forearm. And he was having a good year as well. So, and Bryce ended up getting hurt again. He's back now, but he ended up getting hurt. So, I mean, it's just been an injury-riddled season so far for us. A lot of key guys out. We are still in the wild card picture, though. A lot of teams in the picture, though. I mean, look at the Pirates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams within 5 games of the wild card. So, this might be a season that we need to make a move. Do we go out and get an Adolis Garcia, who's 32, 96 overall? He's a free agent. We'll have him for the rest of the franchise, though. Let me take a look how this team's been doing before I decide on any moves. So, Johan Rojas been solid. Not great, but decent numbers. Brandon Marshall, once again, putting up great numbers. Trey Turner, numbers are definitely down for him so far. Hopefully he can get going in the second half. Edmundo Sosa batting. Okay, this lineup is like messed up right now. So we got to get this lineup fixed real quick because it is not where we want it to be right now. Because Edmundo Sosa batting fourth is not something you want to see in your lineup. I like Sosa, but yeah, nah. Okay, so we got the lineup a little bit figured out now. So let me go back. Anthony Santander, power's a little down, but still hitting 280. Numbers are up besides slugging, so he's hitting pretty good. It's just not a lot of power from him so far. Alec Boehm, power a little down. It just don't seem like a lot of our guys are hitting for power. Bryce Harper's having a hell of a season so far. 337 average, slugging 669, on base over 400. You can't ask for better production than that, especially in 51 games. Edmundo Sosa, not great. Rafael Marchin, who we called up, not great. Kyle Schwarber, not a lot of average, but he is hitting 22 home runs in his platoon role, which I did have him at DH, so I guess it glitched or something. I don't really understand that. It really messed up. Okay, there we go. We're good. So Garrett Stubbs, we called him up recently, hasn't played a game yet. Jordan Luplo's been okay. So, I mean, the lineup's been okay. It hasn't been spectacular. Spencer Turnbull got hurt as well. He's back now. 2.5 ERA, 6-1 record. Rangers Forrest has been excellent. 9-6, 3.19 ERA. Aaron Nola, numbers are a little up, but still not a bad year. Christopher Sanchez having a little bit of a down year as well. And then Taijuan Walker about where he was last year. And let's take a look at the bullpen. Mick Abel, got to get those numbers down. That is not good. Colby Adler's been, in the rotation, swingman role, good numbers overall. So Anthony Dominguez has not been good. Gregory Soto, still not a bad year. Numbers aren't close to last year. That's hard to replicate. Jeff Hoffman, numbers are up. Andrew Bellitti, who we ended up designating for assignment because we didn't have room for, we ended up calling him back up, and he's been awesome. Matt Strom's been sensational, 1.03 ERA. And Jose Alvarado, I'm going to switch him to the setup role. Not that he's been bad, but he's blown 6 saves already. So overall, has a lot of underperforming players. And let me take a look at the trade block again and see if there's anything. Like, we could go out and get a Brian Reynolds, but he's having a pretty solid year. Alejandro Kirk, do we go get younger? But we got to, we still got JT on the books. We can't trade him because he's hurt. Edward Cabrera, that would be a good pickup, but he's not been good for me in franchise. I think I had him before on the Marlins, and he is not very good. So that's something to keep an eye on. Sam Hedges is somebody I'm interested in for the bullpen. So let me see. They want Bryce Harper for Sam Hedges? Are the Guardians drunk? I was about to say, there ain't no way. Andrew Painter. He's our number 1 pitching prospect, though. I'll throw in, you know what I'll do, even though it seems like an unfair move, and Mick Abel's only 23, I'm going to do him for Sam Hedges because Sam Hedges is having an awesome year. I feel like he'll really help out our bullpen overall. So, I mean, I'm not too mad at that. So let me get this figured out real quick. Okay, there we go. So Sam Hedges, we gave up a lot for him, but he's having an amazing year, 1.8 ERA. We had him for the rest of the franchise, so I like that move. Lineup-wise, I mean, I don't know. I just think this lineup's going to click. I don't know. We've had a lot of injuries. It's hard to trade because we've had so many injuries with Bryce and Zach Wheeler, and Spencer Turnbull was out for a while. We got JT out I mean, it's just tough. I mean, we should probably trade for a catcher, but it's 1 to 2 months, so he'll be good to go for the playoffs. So I'm gonna leave this roster how it is. Besides that one move I just made, and I hope we make it run. So second season completely over. Let's see how we did. We end up winning or tying with the division. We end up winning the division. I guess we won more games against the Braves, 90 and 72. So it looks like my gamble paid off for once. And we end up winning the division. Wild card was just crammed. I mean, you see all these teams within 6 games. So we got the Padres, Braves, Cubs, Brewers end up missing out by 2 games. Dodgers and Padres both win 100 plus. So we make the playoffs, which is good to see. So let's see who we'll be facing in the first round. Actually, my bad. Let me see how everybody did to end the season. Rojas ended up picking up in the second half. 14 home runs, 55 RBIs. I will take that. He's getting better and better. Brandon Marsh, another great season, 27 home runs, so the power is definitely developing as well for him. Trey Turner, down year. Hopefully he gets going in the playoffs. Anthony Santander still gave us good power, 23 home runs, 86 RBIs, slugging. Really, the numbers are up from last year, so really a good free agent addition. Kyle Schwarber had a down year, but still gave us power, but 194 average is just not it. But he did hit 197 in 2023 and hit 47 bombs. Bryce Harper, what a year he had, 245 average, slugged 630, 20 home runs, 83 RBIs. Alec Bohm, another solid year. Bryson Stott, a little bit down year numbers-wise. Hopefully he can bounce back. JT was hurt, but was having a good year, pretty much identical to last year. Let's see the bench. Rodolfo Castro didn't play, had 1 at-bat. Brandon Drury gave us good numbers off the bench, 13 home runs, 51 RBI. I will take that off the bench. That's pretty good numbers. Edmundo Sosa, solid. And Garrett Stubbs didn't really do too much off the bench. Let's take a look at the pitching. Looks like our rotation's all kinds of messed up right now. Looks like Ranger Suarez is the highest overall pitcher we have now, which is interesting. He had a good year, 12 and 10, 3.55 ERA. Zach Wheeler had an awesome year. He was hurt, but still gave us good innings. 2.45 earned run average. Aaron Nola and him both, oh, never mind. I was about to say they both had the same ERA, but his was 1 number shorter. Aaron Nola's still a good year. Spencer Turnbull's been solid. He's a free agent after the year. And then Taijuan Walker for a 5th starter, not bad at all. Then Kobe Aller was excellent out of the bullpen. Christopher Sanchez, a little bit of a down year. Gregory Soto was awesome. Jeff Hoffman was still good. Not as good as last year, but still good overall. Sam Hedges, his numbers went up a little bit in the second half. Hopefully he could be a key contributor out of our bullpen. Jose Alvarado was awesome. 31 saves, 3.18 ERA. Sir Anthony Dominguez didn't really pitch too much, but he gave us an ERA of 3. And then Matt Strahm, ERA of .90. Awesome year for Matt Strahm, and he's also a free agent. So let's get this first series underway. Hopefully this is the year we can win a World Series. So we will be facing the Cincinnati Reds, who won 88 games. That's interesting. So let's get to it at home. Rangers Suarez deserves to take the mound in game one. And here we go. They got Jake Fraley, Spencer Steer, Reese Hoskins is there now, Ryan McMahon. They got quite the team. Let's see if we can get some runs here. Both pitchers having pretty good starts to the game. There's a leadoff double for Stuart Fairchild. JT Johan gets on base, 2 singles, doesn't lead to nothing. Nick Lodolo on the mound still. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and we cannot score. So we got some trouble here, and he gets out of it. So both teams struggling to score so far in this game. We finally go on the board as soon as I say that, thanks to Bryce Harper. Ranger Suarez has been awesome. Matthew Boyd on the mound. So let's see, maybe one more inning out of him. He gets it done. Let's see if we can get another run. So maybe one more inning. He's rolling right now. Solo shot. I jinxed myself. Jake Fraley ties the game. Let's bring in Jeff Hoffman here. And he gets out of a solo shot by Alec Bohm. What a clutch home run right there. We score another run thanks to Edmundo Sosa. So time to bring in our closer, Matt Strahm here. Walk, pop up, stolen base, and a fly out. And we take game one of the series. Good win overall. Some clutch hitting, especially by Alec Bohm with that solo shot. So I'm going to go ahead and send the second game. We win that. Can we advance? We do. So we sim, and we face the Dodgers, a team that eliminated us last year. This time in a 7-game series. Going to put Ranger Suarez on the mound, Ohtani on the mound at home, and a solo shot by Brandon Marsh against Ohtani. Way to make your mark to start off this series, Brandon Marsh. So Ranger Suarez was good against the Reds. Can he keep this up? So it looks like they have an injury maybe. So still 1-0. Ranger Suarez still rolling here. Ohtani rolling as well besides that home run by Brandon Marsh. So we got 2 on. Can't get nobody home. There's a walk, a pick off, a single, and a caught stealing. So the Dodgers run themselves out of outs. And 7 strong innings. Jorge Lopez on the mound for the Dodgers. We score a run thanks to Trey. They bring in Alex Vercia. Gets out of it. Can Suarez get another inning? Yes, he does. Man, has he been sensational. A nice solo shot by Bryson Stott. Can he do a complete game shutout? No, Edwin Julian. Okay, it's time to put in the closer. Don't want to let this get out of hand. Matt Strahm on the mound. Gets a double play to end it as we take game 1 in LA. Going to go ahead and sim game 2. We lose that one 4-8. So game 3 in Philly. We're going to put Aaron Nola, or no, we're going to put Zach Wheeler on the mound. Let's see if he can shut down this Dodger offense. Yamamoto on the mound for LA. There's a walk, stolen base, fly out, 2-run bomb by Max Muncy, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. We get on the board thanks to Alec Bohm. He's had a good playoff so far. Leadoff double by JT, 2-run bomb by Brandon Marsh. What a series he's had, or postseason he's had as well. Solo shot by Will Smith ties the game. We got something going. Can't get anybody home. There's a walk, a single, and we can't get nobody home. There's a double, a sack, bunt. Can he get the out? No, he don't. So time to take him. We're going to bring in Christopher Sanchez. Gets out of it. Can we get some more runs off Yamamoto? We do. Brandon Marsh comes through. Gavin Stone on the mound. 3-run bomb by Santander. What a clutch piece of hitting. So we're going to bring in Sam Hedges here. And he's getting a little bit of a trouble. Bases loaded. Only gives up 1 run. Way to get out of that. So we're going to bring in Jeff Hoffman here. A little bit of a trouble. Bases loaded, and the Dodgers do not score. That is surprising. So we're going to bring in our closer here, Matt Strahm, to close it out. A little bit of a trouble, and he strikes out the go-ahead run, and we are up 2-1. We're going to send game 4. We lose that. So series tied 2-2 in Philly, game 5. We're going to put Spencer Turnbull on the mound. Let's see if he can get us a game 5 victory here. Bobby Miller on the mound for LA. Not much offense going. As soon as I say that, Andy Pages gets him home, and it is 2-0 LA. Hopefully our offense can pick up Spencer Turnbull, who's been okay. There's a sac fly, gets us on the board, 2-1. Runner gets thrown out, 2-run scores, so it's time to take Turnbull out. Christopher Sanchez. So 4-1, not looking good. There's a solo shot by Muncy, 5-1 LA. There's a triple right there. Trey Turner gets them home. It's 5-2. So we're going to bring in a pitching change. Gregory Soto in the pitch. Gives up 2 runs. And the Dodgers have broke the game open. But can we get some runs this inning? Bases loaded. We score 2. Double play, though. That is a killer. So Anthony Dominguez on the mound. Gets out of it. Bottom of the 8th, Gratterall. Evan Phillips in now. So we're going to bring in Jose Alvarado to keep this a 3-run game. He does. And the Dodgers take a series lead 3-2. So we have to win back-to-back games in LA to make this series a win. So let's see. We're going to have to put Taijuan Walker on the mound. Do or die game. Hopefully he comes through against Tyler Glass now. And it is not starting off good against the Dodgers. Bases loaded, but they did not get anybody home. Taijuan Walker getting out of some jams early on. But our offense has got to get him some runs. Poor solo shot by Freddie Freeman. 1-0 LA. And our offense is not coming through right now. So Taijuan Walker giving up some hits and walks. Ends up getting out of that. Maybe one more inning out of Taijuan Walker. Yes, so 6 strong innings for Taijuan Walker. But our offense has only had 1 hit in this game. So let's see, Sam Hedges solo shot by Pages. And Sam Hedges has not been sharp. Alvarado in the pitch, strikes out 2. Double play, maybe one more inning. No, he's getting into a jam here. Jeff Hoffman gets out of it. So top of the 9th inning, Glasnow still in. Got 2 on, nobody out. Evan Phillips, series on the line, and we do not score a run in back-to-back years. The Dodgers have eliminated us from the postseason. They win back-to-back World Series. Man, we cannot get over the hump against the Dodgers, that is for sure. So this final season, I'm going to have to think about our roster. We have not hit in the postseason that well. So I'm going to go ahead and get to free agency, and we'll get this final season under. Real Muto's 35. He's the best free agent catcher out there, but I mean, I just don't know if he's really worth re-signing. We might as well just go younger and get somebody who could give us better production. So we're going to get Danny Jansen from the Toronto Blue Jays, coming off a pretty good year offensively. He's got a lot of power for a catcher, 94 power against lefties. And was going to get Alejandro Kirk, but he's just not been very good for me in franchise mode. So we're going to give up Bryce Ball, who's 27, played a little bit last year, put up good numbers and limited at-bats. We're going to give them Rodolfo Castro, who's really just not had a consistent role for us. And we're going to give them Jose Rodriguez, who, again, hasn't really had, much experience yet. But I think it's a good trade. I'll make another trade. We're going to get Nolan Gorman from the Oakland A's, a guy who can replace Schwarber in the lineup. Younger, could give us more pop. His overall 81, could take that. We're going to trade Taijuan Walker just because we have Andrew Painter and Christopher Sanchez for cheaper. And they can probably give us better production than Taijuan Walker. We're going to throw in Cody Clemens, not really a consistent role. He's 29. And then we're going to trade them one of our top prospects, Aiden Miller, just to make the deal more fair and, reward them for taking on the Taijuan Walker deal. The third and final season underway. Rotation's pretty much the same. You guys saw the Chris Paddock trade. Other than him, same rotation. Just pretty much him replacing Taijuan Walker in the rotation. And then the bullpen, we re-signed Mastrom and Jeff Hoffman. And then the catcher, we got Danny Jansen. Hopefully he adds some pop to our lineup. Bryce still at first. We got a lot of second base options. Bryson Stott, Nolan Gorman, who we got in the trade. And then Edmundo Sosa, Alec Boehm, and Brandon Drury at third base. Which I moved Drury to third base just so we didn't have 4 second basemen all the way up on the Major League roster. And then we have Marsh, Trey Turner, Johan Rojas, and Santander. So I think this team's going to be pretty good. I hope I'm not wrong for once, but let's get this third season underway. Our final trade deadline, we're sitting 5 games back of the Atlanta Braves, 68-42. We are currently first in the wild card standings by about 6 games. So we're sitting in a pretty good spot. Let's say everybody's been performing and why we are in that first wild card. So we got Trey Young. I said Trey Young, Trey Turner. My bad. I've been watching so much NBA playoffs, and even though Trey Young's not even in the playoffs, but Trey Turner, 22 home runs, 52 RBIs, really good bounce back here. Brandon Marsh, he's just been Mr. Consistency, hitting over 300 in all 3 seasons. Bryce Harper, again, putting up another good season. Nolan Gorman's been solid for us, 16 home runs. Anthony Santander, another 20 home run campaign loading for him. Danny Jansen gave us 15 home runs from the catcher spot. I can't be mad at that. Alec Bohm hitting good for average. Johan Rojas, not too bad of a season. And then Bryson Stott's having a little bit of a down year, but still not horrible. Brandon Drury's not been good off the bench. Weston Wilson, who took over for Sosa, who's supposed to be back soon from injury. Kristen Pache's not been good, and then Rafael Marchand has not been good either. So lineup's been pretty solid overall. Rangers Flores has been great, 9-8, 3.07 ERA. Aaron Nola's been good as well, 12-5, 2.68 ERA. Zach Wheeler, again, another good, even though he's declining in overall. Chris Paddock, good pickup, fourth starter in the rotation, put up ERA under 4. And then Andrew Painter, his first season in the big league, he's went up from a 74 to a 79 overall, I think, and he's been very good. Colby Aller's been really good. He's just been Mr. Reliable as well out of our bullpen. Christopher Sanchez has been putting up good numbers. Sam Hedges, a little bit of a down year. So Anthony Dominguez, a down year for him as well. Gregory Soto has not been great. Jeff Hoffman not been great. So our bullpen's really been the biggest concern. Even Jose Alvarado's having a down year. And then Mastrom, not a horrible year. So let's take a look at the trade block, see if there's anything that could really make a difference. Like Spencer Steer, do we go after somebody like him potentially? Adolis Garcia. You know, I really like our outfield. I don't really see that improving us too much. Ezekiel Duran, every time I pick him in franchise 2, he doesn't really do too hot for me for some reason. Byron Buxton's on the trade block. Spencer Torkelson. My bad, Tiger fans. I mispronounced that. Jordan Lawler, who could be a good pickup. I feel like we need bullpen help. I feel like that's what we need. And there's the cheat code right there, Tyler Holton. I might pick him up again. I don't like repeating picking people up, but he helped us last time. So I'll trade him for Alton Duncan. See, who do we send down now? Gregory Soto might have to get sent down. He has not been very good. So that's going to be the one move I make. I ain't going to make too many major moves for this team because we usually make the postseason. It's just about us hitting and really producing in the postseason. I like a lot of our off-season moves, so we're going to see how we do the rest of the season. We end up getting in as a wild card team. We went a little cold in the second half. The Marlins were closing in on us a little bit for that second spot. We end up making the wild card right behind the D-backs. That's who we'll be facing. The Brew Crew was right behind us, though. It was close. So luckily, we ended up winning a lot of games in the first half. Aaron Nola led the league in WHIP, WAR, and then Trey Turner, who got hurt, unfortunately, right before the playoffs, led the league in stolen bases, and Bryce Harper led the league in walks. And then awards, Andrew Painter got Rookie of the Year. So let's see what everybody did, and let's see if we can wrap up this franchise with a World Series win. So Rojas, another good year for him. About what his numbers are probably going to be. Brandon Marsh, another great season, 20-plus home runs. Bryce Harper, average a little down, but still not bad at all for a season. Nolan Gorman gave us 30 home runs, 100 RBIs. That was a really good trade pickup. Anthony Santander, another good year for him. Danny Jansen gave us 22 home runs. So a lot of 20 home run hitters in this lineup. 25 home runs for Alec Bohm. Bryson Stott, 13 home runs. Edmundo Sosa was hurt, didn't really get to play a lot. So the lineup not bad at all. And then Alika Williams, not special at all, not a special season for him at all. And then 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, 227 average for Brandon Drury, just a down year overall. Drew Stubbs didn't do much, and then Kristen Pache didn't do too bad. So let's take a look at the pitching. Rangers Flores, another great year, 3.20 ERA, 15-10 record. Aaron Nola, again, another great season, 3.15 ERA, 16-11 record. Zach Wheeler, a little bit of a down year. We'll see how he does in the postseason. Chris Paddock, not a horrible year, but you know that's about what his career numbers have been. A ERA around 4. And Andrew Painter just had a hell of a first season. ERA went up a little bit, but 15-8, ERA under 4 for your first full season. Ain't bad at all. Colby Allard, another great season. Again, I complain about this every video. How is his overall dropping when he had a great season? Christopher Sanchez, down year. Sam Hedges, another good year. Jeff Hoffman, about what his numbers were a year ago, 3.32 ERA. I keep saying Gregory Santos. Gregory Soto, 4.61 ERA. Jose Alvarado, another reliable season. Tyler Holton, not a cheat code in this franchise. Maybe it was just that one with the Mets. And then Mastrom, another good campaign for him. So let's get this postseason underway and let's see if we can get in. Game 1 of the wild card series in Arizona. Let's see if we can get some runs in this game. No score in the first inning. Rangers Suarez gets out of the first. There's a solo shot by Christian Walker. Another run right there. Another run. And it is not looking good so far. 3-0. Rangers Suarez trying to settle down a little bit after giving up 3 runs, 7 hits already in this limited amount of time. So there's a 2-run bomb by Trey Turner. We got back from injury. Thank goodness he returns. We definitely need his bat in the lineup. Single by Gorman, single by Santander. Run scores thanks to Alec Boehm. Another run scores thanks to Bryson Stott. They bring in Marco Gonzalez. We're going to go ahead and put in our bullpen as well. We're going to put in Jeff Hoffman here. Gives up a double, but nothing else. So we got, let's see, you're going to bring in Sam Hedges. Single, walk, run. Whew, man, wow, we have a lot of lefties. Okay, I'm going to bring in Tyler Holton. Run scores. Gives up 1. Can't really be too mad at that. We don't get the run back, so we're going to bring in Jose Alvarado, bottom of the 8th. Doesn't give up a run. So top of the 9th, Hunter Harvey on the mound. Trey Turner, strikeout. Johan Rojas, ground out. Single by Brandon Marsh. And Bryce Harper flies out. So we are down 1-0 in the series. Let's see if we can get this series tied up here, or we'll be going home early again. So we're going to put an Aaron Nola on the mound. Jordan Montgomery. Single, stolen base, fly out, pop-up, strikeout. Solo shot by Alec Boehm gets us on the board. Nola cruising so far. There's a walk, strikeout, double play. Montgomery's look good besides the solo home run. Triple by Ketel Marte, but he doesn't score. There's a run thanks to Santander. 2-run bomb by Bryson Stott. And they take out Montgomery in a 5-0 ball game. So hopefully we can keep this lead. Aaron Nola's been awesome so far. Solo shot by Ketel Marte as soon as I say that, but still he's been amazing in this game. Could he give us another inning? He does. Could Aaron Nola go the distance? Error, line out, strikeout, pop-up. What a game by Aaron Nola to even this series. And once again, we go to a game 3, just like in the first franchise, or first season of this franchise. Do or die game. We're going to put Chris Paddock on the mound. He's been awesome. Let's see if he can get us a win. Joe Musgrove on the mound. There's a double and a 2-run bomb by Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And that is not good. Chris Paddock is not looking too sharp early on. Giving up a lot of hits, a lot of walks. Let's see if we can get on the board. 2-run bomb by Santander ties the game. There's another run thanks to Rojas. Another run thanks to Bryce. And we scored 2. So let's see if we can keep this lead. Chris Paddock wasn't amazing in this game, but he definitely got us through what we need to get through. So we're going to put in Jeff Hoffman here. Ends up loading the bases, but gets out of it. Kyle Nelson on the mound. End up getting 1 run here in the inning. Jeff Hoffman going to take him out. Going to bring in Gregory Soto. Gives up a single and a ground out. So we're going to bring in Jose Alvarado here. 1-2-3 inning. Solo shot by Brandon Marsh. 2-run bomb by Nolan Gorman. And we might have just advanced, ladies and gentlemen. 11-2 now. We have opened up this game wide open. Kobe Allard here to close it out. And he gets the win. So we advance past the D-backs here. And we'll be facing the team that has eliminated us 2 years in a row. The LA Dodgers now. We have to win this. We're going to put Zach Wheeler on the mound in game 1 against Shohei Ohtani. Let's see if Wheeler gets out of this first inning jam. He does. Ohtani shut us down last time. Single, fielder's choice, pop-up, fielder's choice. Wheeler's been, as soon as I say that, I need to stop talking. Freddie Freeman solo shot. 1-0 Dodgers. Bases loaded. He gives up 1 run, though, so I will take that. That's better than... So we got the bases loaded, don't score. Double, strikeout. So Zach Wheeler gave us a solid performance tonight. We end up tying the game thanks to Danny Jansen. Leadoff double. It's time to take him out. Christopher Sanchez And the pitch gets out of the jam. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Alex Garcia against Nolan Gorman. He strikes out. That is tough. Can we get something going? Leadoff double for Ohtani. We're going to put in Sam Hedges, and he strikes out. Wow. So Jorge Lopez, top of the ninth, and we cannot score. Sam Hedges, walk, single. We got to bring in Mastrom, and he gives up the winning run. So Dodgers take game 1 of the series. Let's sim game 2. Bryson Stott is injured. We end up winning 12-5, though, so that's good to see. So tied series in Philly. We're going to put in Rangers Suarez. So let's see. We got Edmundo Sosa playing second. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's see if we can get a win here in Philly. Early run already against us. Tyler Glasnow, who just shut us down last year on the mound. Solo shot by Marcell Ozuna. Hit by pitch. We score a run thanks to Danny Jansen. Get us on the board. Ohtani almost drove in another run. Rangers Suarez still not bad. Julian takes him deep. And we fail to score again that inning. That is tough. So Suarez, one more inning out of him. Solo shot by Ozuna. Ozuna's been a killer in this game. So time to go with the bullpen. We're going to put in Gregory Soto. Gets out of the inning. Glasnow is just dominating us in this game. This is crazy. Tyler Holton in the pitch. Ends up giving up a run, another run. 6-1 LA, as we are just not hitting Glasnow. And finally we get on the board, another run on the board. Evan Phillips in the pitch, gets out of it. So we're going to put in Colby Allard here to try to give us another good inning. He does not. 2 runs score. Sanchez, so it's 8-3. Leadoff double by Santander, but we can't get him home, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 series. Like, this team is like our kryptonite right now. I mean, we cannot beat this team in a series. I don't know what it is. We just cannot beat the LA Dodgers. I know that's not a shameful thing because it's the LA Dodgers, but man, this has been just a team that we cannot beat. So Bobby Miller on the mound. Aaron Nola gets out of the first. We cannot score in the bottom of the first. Aaron Nola pitched a masterful game in the last series against the D-backs, and he's looked sharp so far in this game. As soon as I say that, he gives up a 3-run bomb to James Outman. That is tough. Besides that, he's been sharp. Another run scores. Another run scores. Might have left him in a little bit too long. We're going to bring in Jeff Hoffman. 3-run bomb by Jock Peterson. Oh my goodness, it's 8-0. It's not looking too good here, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the Dodgers just have our number. I really thought this would be a team that could potentially win a World Series, but it is not looking good. The Dodgers just said, nah, y'all ain't winning a World Series unless y'all get through us, and we just cannot beat them. It is just bad. So Colby Allard gives up another run, 9-0. 2-run bomb, we get on the board. Another home run by Santander. Jorge Lopez on the mound. So we're going to bring in Mastrom. He gives up a run. So the final inning of our season and potential franchise goes up in smoke. So we lose 3 straight years to the LA Dodgers. Man, that is just... Let's see if they win the World Series again. Yes, they do. So apparently every time they beat us, they get to the World Series and win it. That is just tough. Well, Phillies fans, I apologize. I couldn't get y'all over the hump in this franchise. The Dodgers just could not be stopped. I made moves. I tried. It just didn't work out. Hopefully you guys enjoy this franchise. Make sure to check out the other channels and links below. I will see you guys next time.